Three banks offering 0% APR business credit lines in 2025. Watch the entire video. There might be a surprise at the end. So let's get straight to it. So usually people give you banks that are offering, the no docs, no income products. You could say it's technically the same, but I just wanted to do it a little bit different. So let's talk about the 0% APR. If you don't know what 0% APR is, it means that it's 0% interest for that short period of time. So before we get into it, just for summary for someone that don't know, if you got a $50,000 Chase business credit card, which we're going to talk about, right? If you use the entire balance, your payment is only going to be 1% of that. So 1% of that is going to be $500, right? So if you can't make I don't want to use the word flip. If you can't make a profit on that within 12 months, you have no business, no pun intended, getting that business credit card in the first place. So just keep that in mind, right? So number one, right, is going to be Chase Bank. They pull Experian. So you see people talk about Chase Bank because it's one of those banks that's good, right? So the truth is, after the whole 0% APR period, this might be common sense for most of y'all, but I don't know who's watching. After that 0% APR period, interest rates going to go back to standard credit card rates. So just keep that in mind as you're doing your funding, because I don't know, some people just think it's just going to be free 0% APR for eternity, but that's not the case. So just for example, as you can see that, I'm in the field doing this. My student, basically, he used my Chase connection, got a 50K business credit card. I actually got one of my clients approved yesterday, 50K business credit card as well. I told him to log into his app and screenshot, just for proof, because people don't be thinking things are real, but it hasn't updated yet. Just got word from my BRM, but as you see right here, you see the 50,000 is there. He didn't do any Photoshop or nothing, so just keep that in mind. All right. So this is a screenshot actually from the DocuSign. So for one, my client actually that got approved of 50,000. So they're just saying that after the 0% interest period, his interest rate is going to be 17.74%. It can go up to like 20 something. So it's going to depend on your credit. So I just want y'all to be aware, because I know sometimes we talk about is 0% interest, no docs and all that, but people aren't getting deeper into letting what is going to be after that period, because we have to obviously have a plan to make a profit off of it. And then, as you can see right here, oh, I showed number two already. So you can get a credit line increase after about 6 months. You see 0% for 12 months, 17.49 to 25-ish. So that's just some more stats on it. There's also the Ink Business Unlimited, right? There's an Ink Cash. There's Ink Business Unlimited, which is similar as well, 0% for 12 months. So just keep that in mind. So number two, I don't see a lot of people talk about this bank, but this is Comerica Bank. They pull TransUnion, and they happen to be in Arizona, California, Florida, Michigan, Texas. Obviously, Chase being everywhere, more people going to talk about Chase, but Comerica is cool too. I got a BRM here too, and I just submitted one of my clients yesterday actually. But the thing I like about Comerica is 0% for 18 months. This is damn near 2 years. If you don't make a profit off of the money that you're borrowing in damn near 2 years, you're definitely in the wrong business model. You should just dissolve your business, dissolve your LLC, and not get in that business model anymore. So, no, all jokes aside though, but you gotta go in branch. So keep that in mind. And the my BRM is in Dallas area, so I think it's Allen, Texas, so Dallas area. So, like I said, I just submitted one of my clients yesterday, actually, and the BRM basically told me that the credit cards can go up to 30K. We're gonna get the client that I submitted, we're gonna get his approval next week. So, yeah, it could probably take a day or two if it's not an instant situation. But let's just be conservative. You'll probably expect to see maybe 20, 25K approvals if you're getting approved. So keep that in mind. I just showed you $50,000 card, right? Through a BRM. Let's say you get $25,000 too, credit card at Comerica through a BRM. So now you got $75,000 at 0% interest to grow your business. The key thing that I want y'all to realize is not only being responsible, but the importance of working with a BRM, someone that has these connections already, like myself, right? Or take the time to build these connections yourself, right? Because you can go and branch, you could be like, oh, I want to work with a BRM and all that. It's just like dating, they're just getting to know you. So that's why people pay us for our service, because we've already established a long connection. We have a lot of data as far as submitting hella clients. So keep that in mind. Number three. Number three. Oh, I just put the Comerica Bank stuff here. Just comparing it to the Inc. business. So you see 0% for 12 versus 0% for 18. And there's no rewards, but I know a lot of the people that we attract, they're just looking at it in terms of the capital that they need for their business. So it really just depends on what you are looking for. So, I mean, if you got both cards, then, when you want more, what's it called, reward points, go ahead and use that one. So number three is Citizens Bank. This is one of my favorites. So they pull Experian. I posted recently that I got my client Louise 35,000. So we're at 75,000, right? That I gave y'all. And then an additional 35,000. So now you're at over 100K, 110, right? Last time I checked, that's $110,000 at 0% interest. So if you just go to these three banks with the BRM, because my BRM is the one that helped my client Louise get the 35,000 at 0% interest. If you go there, you work with us, right? That's $110,000 in approvals just from three banks, right? So one Experian pool, one TransUnion pool, right? So keep that in mind. So the thing with Citizens, they got the Business Platinum MasterCard, zero for 12, right? And the APR is going to depend on your credit. So keep that in mind. So they're saying beginning the first day of the 13th billing cycle. So after the 12 months, it could be 12.74, 18.74, etc. Right? So they have those options, and it's going to depend on your credit, like I said. So keep that in mind. Number four, let me over deliver. This is why I said stay until then. So number four is going to be Bank of America. On the business side, they pull TransUnion. So as you see, my student, Doc Davis, he did what I said, got his client approved 32,000. So we're seeing anywhere from like 10 to 20K approval, 16K approvals over here. So just for rounding up purposes, let's just say 20,000 is what you may expect to see. I recently got a BRM here, and I'm actually meeting with a BRM today at Bank of America here. So we might get better approvals, but you can expect to see probably like let's say 10 to 20K. So just being conservative, let's just say 10K on the low end. You now we're at 120K, right? Just from four banks on average, about $30,000 approvals. So just kind of visualize and think like, okay, cool. I got this 0% period. The Bank of America one is 0% for 9 months though. So keep that in mind as well. They got multiple cards. And yeah, that's kind of what you can expect to see. So I hope this was valuable for you as you're going along your funding journey. What I'll say is click the link in the description. Book a call if you want to work with us to help you secure the best possible funding that you would have secured because you got to look at it like your possible best is going to be different from someone else's possible best. Not everybody's going to be able to push to the limit like a Kobe Bryant, right? There's different levels. So with our company, we're bringing out the best in everybody essentially. So that's why, people decide to pay us the 10% success fee because let's say you got your credit set up and everything. Maybe you could have maxed out and got a $50,000 Chase business credit card, but you not knowing and not having the connections that we have, not knowing the structure and everything, maybe you go get yourself just 20,000, right? So it's like you could have got 50,000, just pay 10%, now you're 45 net versus you went to get maybe 20, 25,000 by yourself and now you got to wait 6 months of consistently using to try to climb up to the 50K when you could have just worked with the expert in the first place, right? So this is what happens when people have like a cheap or poor mentality. But if you're watching at this point, I'm assuming that you don't. Go ahead and click the link in the description. We'll be able to bring out your possible best. With that being said, y'all have a blessed one.